There are some lines first, which is the sum up of this paragraph which we are going to read, and these lines are: the king made the wise shepherd governor of the small district. Other governors become jealous of the new governor and called him dishonest. So this is the sum up of the paragraph which we are going to read. In this paragraph, though still tired, the king decided to depart the next morning. He said, "Many thanks for your kindness to a poor traveler. I have a long way to go. Permit me to leave." Looking straight into the eyes of his guest, the shepherd replied, "Thank you, Your Majesty, for paying me the compliment of a visit." The king was astonished as well as pleased. "He is indeed very wise," he thought to himself. "I need people like him to work for me." And the king appointed this humble shepherd the governor of a small district. Although he rose to power and dignity, the shepherd remained as humble as ever. People loved and honored him for his wisdom, sympathy, and goodness. He was kind and just to one and all. His fame as a fair and wise governor soon spread throughout the country. Now the governors of other provinces grew terribly jealous of him and began to talk to the king against him. They said, "He is very dishonest and keeps for himself part of the money that he collects as tax from the people. Why did he always carry with him," they added, "an iron chest? Perhaps he carried in it the treasure that he had secretly collected. After all," they said mockingly, "he was an ordinary shepherd and could behave no better." Yes, yesterday we saw that the king of that country, he visited a shepherd and lived there for the night, and the shepherd also served him very well. The king was very impressed by his behavior, by his hospitality, and his wise talk. Now, on the next morning, though he was very tired, the king was very tired, but he decided to leave the next morning, and he thanked Shepherd for his kindness to the poor traveler, because he was not aware that the traveler who stayed there for the night was king, and he took leave of the shepherd. The shepherd then looked straight into the eyes of his guest and thanked him for paying him the compliment of a visit. The king got very surprised as well as very pleased. He thought that shepherd is really very wise, and he needs the people like him to work for him. And the king appointed this shepherd, this wise shepherd, the governor of a small district. Although he became now the governor of a district, but he remained as humble as ever. Humble, he remained as polite as ever. People loved and honored him for his wisdom, sympathy, and goodness. He was as kind as before, and just to one and all. His fame as a fair and wise governor spread all throughout the country. He was now known for his fair and wise governor. Now the other governors of the country, they start criticizing him. They start talking opposite against of him to the king. They started saying that he is not now so honest, he is very dishonest, and he is keeping the money which he collects from the people as tax with him for himself in the box which he carries always with him. That iron chest means the box, and they thought that he carried the treasure in it which he is collecting from the people. They start talking against him to king, as he was an ordinary shepherd, and why he carry always that iron chest. Perhaps he has collected the treasure in it. So in this para we heard some words. For example, a word tired, jealous, permit, compliment, dignity, humble, mockingly, and just. Tired, as we all know, it's tired, थक जाना होता है. Jealous, जिद्दी, जैसे ये सारे jealous हो गए इससे, हसद लग तुम करने अमिस सतन. Why he became so famous. So they grew jealous of him. Permit to allow somebody, इजाज़त जिसको बोलते हैं. Compliment, to give some respect, एजाज़ जिसको बोलते हैं. Dignity, respect. Humble, so polite. हलीम जिसको बोलते हैं उर्दू में. Mockingly, मजाक करना. And chest was that iron box, संदूक जिसको बोलते हैं, which the wise men always carry with him. Okay, that was all for today. Assalamu alaikum.